Chicago teacher strike is over and schools across Chicago are open again. With the contract dispute settling down, Chicago teachers, parents, and students already have their sights on the next battle over public education.
We voted to suspend the strike. I'm very excited. I'm glad we fought. We put up a good fight. We have a lot of wins for our students, such as textbooks on day one, private rooms for clinicians, music, art teachers, a lot of wins, but I'm excited to get back in the classroom.
The contract includes a compromise on compensation and teacher evaluations and excludes merit pay, which city administration had wanted. Half of new hires must now come from schools that have been closed. While many celebrate the progress, some teachers are disappointed the contract did not address school closures. Chambers, a member of the Caucus of Rank-and-File Educators, or CORE, said that's going to be the union's next big fight.
We've really been one of the first caucuses to fight back against the privatization of our schools and the closings and the turnarounds. So CORE actually formed around members that were fighting the closures and turnarounds, and now we're the leaders of the union, and we are going to continue to fight those. I know with the 100 school closings coming up, we're ready to fight and do whatever it takes. Now we have the organization structure to do so.
Union organizers say this year they hope the momentum gained from the strike will continue as they organize marches, rallies, and even school occupations to fight school closings. The Real News covered these efforts in Chicago earlier this year.
In order to succeed, these kids need the most resources, but instead CPS gives them the least. And I urge the board today to fully resource every neighborhood school, and I guarantee you we'll never have to close a school again.
Despite the opposition, Chicago's unelected school board voted unanimously to close all 17 schools.
7-0, 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Brushing aside public criticism, Board Vice President Jesse Ruiz defended their decision.
I mean, there's been a record of these schools not performing and not serving our students as well as they should for years, and that's unfortunate. I mean, it's also unfortunate there are more schools like them. I mean, the worst thing I felt bad about today is that we couldn't do this for more kids today. It was an opportunity to do something for those kids. It was an opportunity.
The vast majority of teachers and parents left the hearing after the public comment period with the belief the board had already decided to vote in favor of the closings. The handful of remaining parents and activists reacted immediately after the vote.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
But such efforts have thus far been unsuccessful in stopping the city from shuttering schools. That's because closing so-called failing schools has been a central federal education policy since the 2001 No Child Left Behind Act and has been accelerated under the Obama administration.
Right now we hope to accomplish a national moratorium on all school closings and a meeting with President Obama.
17-year-old high school senior Cassandra Neal attends Diet, one of Chicago's schools slated for closure.
First, everybody always have a bad idea towards Diet, but then people can't judge a book by its cover. They never set foot inside a Diet, but when you actually take the time to come inside a Diet, you will see that the people in Diet are actually smart. Me and 2 other people, we're semi-finalists for the Posse Scholarship, which is a 4-year scholarship. It's like a full ride.
Community representatives from 18 states are launching Journey for Justice caravans to demand a federal civil rights investigation into school closings. G2 Brown is helping organize the caravans. He's on the local school council for Diet High and says fighting the closing of his school brought him together with parents and activists in similar struggles across the country.
But we recognize that these same policies were happening in many other cities. So we began to connect with other cities and go to the U.S. Department of Education Office of Civil Rights and file Title VI civil rights complaints saying that the actions taken by these school districts, closing schools, the phasing out of Diet High School in Chicago, school closings in New York, are actually a violation of the civil rights of those students and those families and those communities.
Brown says he hopes the Chicago teacher strike and Journey for Justice campaign will inspire other teachers to start grassroots mobilizations against school closings.
We hope that what this strike does, one, is galvanize teachers around the country, because we know that teachers' unions are some of the last strongholds for organized labor. So we are maintaining that this brings teachers together and then maybe learning from the Chicago example, the unity of parents, teachers, students, and communities.
The Journey for Justice tour converges in the nation's capital on Thursday. Activists say they are prepared to carry out civil disobedience to ensure their voices are heard. Reporting for The Real News and FSRN, this is Jessel Noor in Chicago.